All you people that want to get into journaling but just can't make it a habit, I found a consistent, no mistake way that helped me journal on a consistent basis on my productivity, mental clarity, and creativity. You see a lot of videos online that address the topic of journaling. Great productivity gurus go in depth on all its benefits and how you can set this up for yourself. However, there's a good chance that you, the viewer watching this video, do not journal yourself. How come? When I started journaling, I tried different methods. We all know bullet journaling. These people create visually pleasing pages on dotted paper. I tried it for a short period, but it created a feeling that everything needed to be tidy before I could even start writing my own things that I wanted to write. In my opinion, not a good method if you're a perfectionist like me. It was also very time consuming. I didn't want to be stuck behind a piece of paper for too long. I had better things to do. Unconsciously, my bullet journal turned into a to-do list book. I don't think it's very beneficial for your health if your relaxing Sunday night journal sesh is only a long list of everything you still have to do. You can get quite overwhelmed and it gives you quite a bit of anxiety before the week even started. There was one thing that I really liked about the bullet journaling concept, which was that you have all the creative freedom, a blank page to do whatever you want. This is also my main key takeaway and the basis for what I wanted to tell people that want to get into journaling. There are no mistakes when journaling. This reason is also the main reason why people procrastinate journaling in the first place. What if my journal is not as beautiful as other people's journals?
Stop comparing yourself to other people.
So better to not do it at all than to suck, right? I had this perspective as well, but the concept of journaling finally clicked when I saw a video of Matthew McConaughey.
So sometimes we think that writing in a journal, we think of it as a very intimidating process. Like, oh, I've got to write now. I need to write something really good. No, you don't have to write anything good. It doesn't have to be good at all. You can doodle, you can draw. There are no rules with journaling. And what you'll find when you're finished with the journals, you'll look back and I believe you'll start to see themes. You maybe will see how maybe you are a poet and didn't even know it.
You can literally do whatever you want. Do you want to reflect about your day, the good and the bad moments? Sure, go for it. Do you want to write a to-do list? Why not? Do you want to draw something even when it sucks? Please do. It is your journal and you need to realize that nobody will look into your journal and judge you for what you wrote in there. But how has this way of journaling improved my life and how can you apply it? Well, my boy Matthew's video was the catalyst to create my own no rule way of journaling that is not too time consuming and perfectly fit my way of thinking. Some people use different books for different concepts. A book for gratitude, a book for productivity, a book for art. However, I personally don't like the fact that I need to take all kinds of books with me and then take them out one by one if I felt like writing something. I use my one journal as a hub for all my thoughts, intentions, goals and creative ideas. I bought a book with no lines or dots, just plain white paper. This gave me personally the feeling to use the page however I wanted. There's also no real structure in my journal. I just use the next upcoming page. There are a few reoccurring topics in my journal that I will briefly explain. Again, you don't have to use these topics. Like I said, there are no rules. These are just topics that guide my life and help me with my productivity and help me be the best creative version of myself. So if you're not interested in my approach, that's no problem at all. Then I wish you good luck on your own no rule journal journey. Okay, so journal time. One main theme why I started journaling, like many others, was that it could support me with personal growth and to reach certain goals. Therefore, goals are one of my main themes. How do I create my goals? Well, it helped me immensely when I visualized the person that I wanted to become, physically, mentally, in relationships and also my values. I try to look very deep, not just a superficial level like I want to make a lot of money, but also in what field of work does my soul actually find joy. Personally, I want to educate, empower and energize other people to be their best version, whether it is through a YouTube video or giving advice to people in my own network. I think having a few clearly defined core values is the most important. If you know your values, you can create your goals around these values, so you stay as true to your inner self as possible. This can be quite difficult to discover, so I'm planning on making another video where I discuss my core values and how you can effectively figure out what your core values are, because I think this should be the center of your mind, body and soul. However, I wrote everything down, how I visualized myself in the future, my core values, everything that came to mind. I think we all know it is important to have a clear guidance on where you want to see your future self and how you're going to get there. So I created a set of SMART goals around every value. I will also make another video on how to create personal SMART goals, since this is also quite an interesting topic. I think most people can create goals, but it is important to know how to create goals that you actually stick to. And I found a way that works for me and hopefully also for others. Another reoccurring business are intentions. Every Sunday evening, I write a set of intentions, how I want to approach my upcoming week. One big misconception with intentions is that people write them like goals. An intention acts as internal guidance for who you want to be and which habits you want to build in your everyday life. This can be work-related, your relationships, during creative moments, spiritual practices, or in any other area in your life, like how you will be doing groceries. Setting a few intentions offers me a sense of clarity and helps me guide my actions as I move throughout the week. A goal is more focused on the desired outcome you wish to attain further into the future. An intention is a chosen theme on how you are tackling those goals. Preferably, your intentions match your core values as well. After this intention setting, I also create a short list of the most important to-dos for the day, which I plan the night before. Earlier in the video, I said that a to-do list can get quite overwhelming, but when you have a set of clearly defined goals and a few intentions, it creates much more calmness in your mind. I also try to not only write down deadlines, but also fun things like work on some art or hug my girlfriend. The next topic I try to do as often as possible is reflecting on my day. Here, I try not to be too hard on myself. Sometimes I just don't feel like writing a whole paragraph. Then I just don't do it, and that's okay. You probably heard this before, but these little reflections will give you great insight in your thought process. Also, by presently reflecting how your day went, you zoom out from your day-to-day activities. Sometimes I'm just too zoomed in on the things like my goals, applying for other people. Zooming out through these reflections help me stay connected to my higher purpose and my core values. I also remind myself to not only reflect and write when I'm feeling like crap, but also to reflect on situations when things are going great. By thinking of what I'm grateful for, why these situations are happening, for example. It is easy to focus on all the things that did not work out for us, but it is known that actively feeling grateful boosts happiness and fosters both physical and psychological health, which is always nice, right? I also use my journal to take notes. This is mostly from interesting podcasts, books that I'm currently reading, or YouTube videos. I just write down the most profound parts so I can read it later on. Just like my reflections, I like the fact that I can look back at a journal and see what interested me at that time period. One of my favorite things I added to my journal is that I also create art in it. My own style, of course. I'm by no means a professional artist, but I love working with different colors, paint, oil pastels, whatever, to let me use my fantasy and write brainpower flourish on a piece of paper.
See, I'm telling you, I have the mind of a I have the mind of a mastermind. What's that? I don't know, but I'm so creative like that.
Even when it sucks, or if it didn't turn out how I envisioned it, being creative gives me such benefits in my everyday life. From simple problem solving to coping with mental health. Using your colorful imagination in a simple drawing can do wonders. Nobody has to see what you're making. It is for you, and you only. I just think that most people are just too stuck in one type of area. We are sometimes forced to look at data sets, are confronted with company deadlines, all activities where you need to work the left part of your brain. I think sitting down, even if it's just for 15 minutes, and visualizing something that you can create, can help people develop unique ideas in their personal life and for their professional career. So, to conclude the video, remind yourself that there are no rules to journaling. Just start with whatever you want to write about. It's better to start than not do it at all. If you're interested, I will also link the journal that I bought in the description. Let me know if this video helped you, and subscribe if you want. I'm planning to upload more videos on personal development, mental performance, physical health, and some spirituality. See you next video. Much love.